Welcome to Another View. I am your host, Amarachi AGK. As usual, this is the place where you get all the gist about how we African immigrants live in Canada. And as usual, I have my very good friends with me, Oge Anu and Folake Shabamowo. And today we have our beautiful mommy in the house. She's a very close family friend. She's a mother. She's a wonderful wife, a very great cook. Yes. And she's also a medical clinic manager here in Regina, Canada. She's Mrs. Toyin Adalawo. Welcome.
Thank you.
I hope you're excited to be here with us.
Sure.
And you're going to keep it real, right?
Of course, trust me.
Okay, let's just go right into it because we have lots of things to cover on this session. So we're talking about African marriages abroad and the challenges of marital conflict management here in Canada. You know, I obviously know there's a difference in the way, marriage is being run in Nigeria. We cannot stop talking about the difference. It's very obvious, But, the first question is, what factors do we see that can affect a Nigerian marriage or an African at large, African marriage here in Canada?
For me, I think the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that the structure of the country itself, Canada, supports women. Like, I remember when we came and, we were doing the registrations and for childcare benefit, my husband wanted to give them his account. They said, no, they wanted mine. It was like, why? Why does it have to be hers? So now anybody that comes is always like, oh, it's a woman's world here. They don't really give you the money. So I think the fact that the society, the culture and the laws of the land supports the woman, it's a major influence in how the family dynamics are going to work here in Canada. And I think also the fact that, back home, we have a culture where men are placed ahead of women. They are more, they are placed high up there. But here, when you come, it's a level playing ground. Like you go to the malls, you see men pushing trolleys and, carrying their babies and everything. So I think more and more you'll find African women being open to the fact that, okay, things can be different. I don't have to be the do-all of everything. So I think those are, for me, those are the
affecting
major,
the marriages here. Like, do you think like it's affecting the Nigerian marriage?
It is. So your average African man would initially balk at the idea that, why do I have to go shopping with you? I mean, what am I going to go do there?
Why do I have to pick up the kids?
It's a woman. Back home, it's a woman's thing. You do the shopping and cooking and cleaning and everything. So it is going to affect for a lot of men who are not willing to unlearn, all the mindsets. It's very easy to learn, but that unlearning is where a lot of men struggle. Because all their lives, from their mom to their sisters, everybody's pampered you and made you feel like you're better than women, and then you're now in an environment where the story is changing, especially when you're an adult. Probably already a father. I think it's a huge change, and I think it's something that might cause issues.
Yeah, like she said, we are all aware that we are from a patriarchal society where men are in control, and when they get here, they find it difficult because now they feel they're losing the power, they're losing the authority.
I totally agree.
And another thing is exposure to education now, and women mostly, I mean, not only women, even men, they not know their right. They know that, okay, you can't just work on me. I can have my say as well. And whoever that used to have upper hand before they came here are now finding it difficult that, things are not going the way it's supposed to go. And another thing is pressure of money. It's causing a lot of problems here because I found out that, you have bills to pay. So you have to go to work, I have to go to work, and we come back home. You still expect me to go and spend hours
in the kitchen.
That's one thing. Another thing is, women are now going out to make money as well because, I have needs as well. I have people back home that I would like to help. And that is causing conflict as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, women in this part of the world are more empowered. They have the backing, the system backing them, and they're able to speak their mind more. And so this leaves some of the men feeling like their egos are bruised.
Yeah, they're threatened.
So they're still trying to, subdue you, still trying to make you, lack. How would I put it?
They're just trying to be the man over you, like the Lord over you.
Make you the servant. Like the Lord and the servant kind of relationship. And that would not work in this part of the country because everyone is entitled to free life. Everyone is entitled to what they feel, what they want to say. You don't have to be worried about, if I say this man is going to send me back home to my father. Or is going to call my dad and say, I'm done. If you are leaving, you leave. You're still going to pay the mortgage and you're still going to pay the rent wherever you are. So
might as well stay.
So you might as well be left-handed.
That's right.
Might as well be left-handed. So I think that's bringing a lot of confusion here with. I mean, I've seen people say, "Oh, my wife can't have a credit card. She has to. She can't spend her money the way. The money I worked
you have to
for.
take permission.
You have to take permission before you spend the kind of.
I have here.
So here, it doesn't even make sense. If someone is trying, if your husband is trying to, bring that into your marriage, you realize that there's going to be a lot of conflict, and that is, we have men back home that. Before you spend one penny, you have to let me know. So that's it.
Oh, wow, that's a very good point because if you're actually wanting the same standard in Nigeria for a woman who is here, she's working as much as you're working, even sometimes more, earning more money, as the case may be. Please, let's just act right. That's all I would say to this. But there's this perception, though. Even before I moved to Canada, I've always heard people say, when you move with your wife to America, to Canada, for instance, she becomes rebellious, she becomes wild. You can no longer tell her, shut up. You can no longer tell her, do this. So why do you think that this perception actually, comes up? And then what do you think about it? Is it true? And why? So do they become wild? Let's be very honest. Let's be very honest. Do they actually become wild?
I don't know. It's just that I would say, even back then, they didn't like it, but they were putting up with things.
You mean the women?
The women.
Yes.
And even if before you got married, you can see how people, like men are treating the so-called wives, right? And so when they move out of Nigeria, it's like an opportunity. Now you are in a place where you will not take,
any of those.
Any of those anymore. And like we're saying, some men or some women are finding it difficult to adjust because they're still feeling, why? Especially when they feel they brought you from Nigeria. They feel now
entitled.
They're giving you their life, so they're entitled to yours.
They sponsored you. Now they expect you to do everything the way it used to be, forgetting that things are different here. Abroad. So I think
that's why.
That's why.
So I just want us to be very honest here.
But we've seen women that are rebellious. We've seen women come here
let's come from both ends
and say, you know what, I don't care. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not going to be reasonable. I'm just going to go out there and do my things and put you through hell. So we've seen women actually, come from Nigeria and say, okay, I know that the law protects women here, and so that's going to give me the right to misbehave. That's going to give me the right to deal with you. That's the right word.
So when you say misbehave, can you, explain it better? Because I'm thinking, it takes two to tango, right?
Yes.
Abby, right? So
if I
for you
jump
to
in,
be rebellious,
yes.
What is?
So let me jump in.
When you have a nice husband, why would you want to be rebellious?
Well. There's a situation I feel, right? I feel that sometimes it's stuff that they have bottled up since they were in Nigeria. The things that happened, the abuse, the cheating, the whole stuff that affected their mental health. And the day you mention we're moving to Canada, they just say to themselves, okay, Let's get there, and I shall be dealing with you day by day.
Just the same way you did.
Yes, just the same way you have been dealing with me. I will be paying you back coin for coin. Okay. So that might be the situation of those women, because there are women that you hear what they do to their husbands, and you're like, let's put culture aside. This is actually not fair on another human being. But if you get to hear them out, you would know that, oh, it's planned out, it's premeditated. I'm out to deal with you for these things that you have done. You know, so I think the perception, maybe not through. Let me hear from you for like a.
So I'm coming from the point of view of, if a person comes here and becomes rebellious, that it's been building up. Yeah. It's not something that just started. So just like you said, it's all the, sometimes it might not even be, because I've seen instances where the husband is good. It could be that my father treated my mom bad. So even though you're a good man, I just, have to, somebody's got to pay for what my father did. So sometimes it's not even about the man. Yes. It's about the individual themselves. So I would say that African women generally, we need to, this culture of, how when they're bringing you up, they tell you, oh, as a woman, you need to sacrifice, and then you're giving and giving until you give your whole life away. And then one day you just wake up and you're like,
I'm done.
What's going on? Like, you feel like you've lost a part of yourself. And I think for women who rebel, that's the foundation. Because they just feel like, I've given so much in this marriage, what do I have to show for it? Yeah. What is it? There's no guarantee. This man can even, just say, you know what, I'm not even doing again, and I don't have a voice. So when people come here, it's like stuff that's already been there, and then the environment gives you an opportunity to just voice out. You know how they say that when people get drunk and they say, oh, I didn't know what I was doing. It was already what was inside of you. Yeah, the alcohol was just the catalyst that made it, to come out.
Yeah. It could just be that the woman is just, a bad person, bad attitude, bad upbringing. And it has nothing to do with the man. It has nothing to do with the way the man treats her.
And it has nothing to do with coming to Canada.
It's just right. She's just a terrible person, and she just feels, okay, I can lord over this man. Because sometimes when a lady sees a man that is very, soft and nice, very calm, they feel, oh, I can lord over this person. True. I can, be rude. I can talk to my husband any way I want to. There is no consequences.
That actually brings violence. So, now we're talking about violence, I just want to ask, this question, I need honesty. Honesty. So considering our rooted culture of protecting our husbands from people saying, oh, your husband is this way. We want our husband, like we said, our husband is our glory, Our husband is what people see before even they see us, which is not a good thing. But, but here, violence is violence. Yeah. So this question is, would you report your husband, for domestic violence? God forbid it happens. Would you actually consider reporting your husband, or you would find a measure to actually, resolve the issue?
No. I will report my husband for violence. What if I do not get out of that violence alive?
Good answer.
What if I didn't get out alive? We've seen this happen. We've seen women, stay in an abusive relationship, and the next thing, they are dead. Yes. We've seen cases where a man, out of anger, beats the wife, stabs her to death, shoots her to death. We've seen cases. So as long as this man is a repeat offender, you have no business staying.
Yeah, I like the fact that you said repeat offender, because I wanted to say, if something happens for the first time, you don't just go all out and blow it out of proportion. So if somebody becomes aggressive and maybe just one day you just get a slap or something, because it's never happened before, I don't I wouldn't call the police. Well, we have our tolerance levels are different. But I would feel that this is not you. So we're going to have a conversation. It doesn't even have to get a slap. If it is even something as little as you raising your voice unnecessarily on me, or telling me to shut up in front of the kids, and because I know that this is not you, we're going to have a conversation that where is this coming from? And if you need help, you need help. You need to go for counseling. You need, there's anger management courses, and intervention first. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I'm on the side of the family staying together.
Yes.
And sometimes once you bring in the law, it's sometimes difficult because the law is the law. The rules and the processes have been laid out, and it has to be carried out.
And it won't change.
Once you have brought them in. So I would say intervention first, but if your life is in danger, please run.
Please run.
It doesn't matter who is encouraging you. It is someone that is alive that can be encouraged. So safety first.
Okay, well, we'll take Ms. Stoying's own point of view. Let's take a quick break, guys. Stay with us. We'll be right back.